I'm going to make another call to the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. This time is to gather some more information. I know I already called them to give them a call, for them to give me a call back. I'm not in a good mood today. I mean, I know I can't be in a good mood all the time, but I just yeah, that's what it is. I was looking back at some of my older videos of calling the FCC, and I'm literally wearing the same shirt. Calling them, trying to tell them, like, there's a problem here. There's a huge problem with this technology, and it being unsafe and even dangerous for biological material, essentially us humans, and especially children. The damage that has been done and is occurring is measurable. It is, the thing is like people don't really recognize because it's kind of like putting a frog in boiling water. The frog doesn't realize, because if you boil the water slowly, it doesn't really realize. It starts to kind of adapt and, do what it can until it's too late. I'm not saying it's too late, but I'm telling you that the water is boiling, especially for new biological material, DNA. Why that is like, I can almost kind of go into the spiritual side of things, of like, that's where the newest consciousness is, and it's just easier, it's more vulnerable, but yeah, I'm not, well, a part of me hasn't been in a good mood for a long time. My blue light glasses broke, so they broke a while ago, so I'm wearing my BCGs. Well, and then until I get my new ones, but Jesus Christ. Just go do what you're supposed to do for once. Don't fuck with it. I don't know if I have time anymore to be nice. Like, whether you're working for the FCC or like any sort of government agency or something that is, you're not considering that you might be traumatizing or doing harm to another human being, that's exactly when you're doing harm to another human being. When you believe that you aren't capable, or there's no possible way that you're doing harm to another human being, if you can't even consider that fact, you are immediately doing harm to another human being. It's just... So, yeah, we're going to call them right now.
You've reached the Federal Communications Commission, FCC. To continue in English, press 1. Please listen closely as our menu options have recently changed. If you are calling about the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program, press 6 to be connected with the Emergency Broadband Benefit Support Center administered by USAC. If you are calling to report a teleline outage or a safety or life issue involving interference, press 1. If you are calling about a licensing issue, such as applying for a new license, renewing a license, password reset to file an application, or issues related to spectrum auctions, press 2. If you are a member of the news media, press 3. If you're calling about unwanted calls, to file a consumer complaint, or for all other calls, press 4. To hear these options again, press 9. You've reached the FCC's Consumer Center. Our hours of operation when you can speak with an agent are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If your issue involves unwanted calls, press 1. For all other issues, press 2. To hear this message again, press 9. If you would like to learn more about telecommunications issues or file a complaint online, log on to the FCC's Consumer Help Center at consumercomplaints.fcc.gov. Filing your complaint online is the quickest and most efficient way for you to submit your complaint. If you file a complaint online, you will be sent periodic status updates as well as notifications your complaint was received and served on your service provider. Press 9 to repeat this information. Press 8 to return to the previous menu. Press 0 to speak with an agent. Please hold for the next available agent. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored and recorded.
It's always better to talk to people. Use the power of your voice.
Good morning, you've reached the FCC. My name is Ruth. How may I help you?
Hey, Ruth. My name is Lacey. I think we might have talked a while ago in the past. I remember there was a Ruth. I have some questions, and I have some severe concerns. My first question is do you guys have an active commissioner? Does the FCC have an active commissioner? And if so, who is it?
Right now, it is interim.
Interim?
It's
What?
an interim, and it's interim commissioner.
What does that mean?
See, we're waiting on the president to appoint.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean,
Okay, I understand. So
okay.
there's no active commissioner now. You guys are kind of like, there's no really. See, I'm prior military, so when there's not like a commanding officer, usually there's somebody that is like the next level below that usually steps in that commanding position. So are you guys just, where are you getting your orders from? Like main orders from? Is it from the White House or from the president?
Well, what you would do, you can actually look on our site and you can see that there is a group of chairs that are currently they're over the FCC.
Okay, where do they come from? Or do you not know that information?
I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're
Where
asking. Where do they come from?
So where do those chairmen, do they get appointed?
They're appointed, yes.
Okay, who are they appointed by?
Lacey, I'm going to be very honest. You're asking me questions I cannot answer because I don't have that answer.
Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty. That's the only thing. Okay, so that's okay. I can still, that's still good information. I recently called about, I think almost a week ago, or actually I think it was a couple days ago. The FCC just lost a landmark case again, in regards that it hasn't recognized that 5G technology or any sort of technology, well, first of all, its standards for human safety has not been updated properly, hasn't recognized that some of this technology, actually most of the technology, is dangerous, and I wanted to talk to somebody who is in charge of prioritizing at least maybe like some reversal or some compensation towards what's been going on. Do you know if there's any committee or task force that is assigned to, like, you know, that human problem that's going on within what the Federal Communications Commission has a lot to do with that damage. So I was just calling again to see where I am in the line. I've called about this about almost a year ago now. I'm literally wearing the same shirt. So I'm just...
Okay, I'm going to ask you to hold on.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to hold on, Lacey.
Okay. Great music. It's really warming my heart. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm just like, I know that's kind of really dark humor and I shouldn't talk about that like that, but it's my only coping mechanism. With the stress. No. Okay. The spirit guides, please help us. And then please help us make a lot of money. And distribute it where the abundance where it needs to go. Amen. I'm just literally just going around in circles in my brain, going crazy, literally going nuts. Do I stop it here?
Lacey?
Yeah, Ruth.
Okay. I see where we have had issues. We've tried to have this brought to the attention of someone else. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually escalate this to a supervisor.
Yes, great.
And I will let you know that they will reach out to you. And are you willing to give me any additional information? We do have LaceyJane3.it@gmail.com. Is there any other information you wish to give us?
So it's LT, not IT.
I'm sorry, LT. Yes,
Yeah.
I do see that. I am very sorry.
That's okay. I think, do you guys have my number on there too? I have another email address as well.
Okay. Give me a second.
Okay.
What's your other email?
It's all lowercase, Commander Lace at Gmail.
COMM?
Yep.
LACE?
Yep. At gmail.com.
Okay. Are you willing to share any of your background with me?
Well, like, what do you want to know? I mean, the thing that's most relatable.
What brings this to your concern?
I don't know. I mean, the best thing I can think about is when I started really kind of understanding about what's going on and, like, kind of the dangers is I used to be prior military. My MOS, or my job in the military, was, or I was prior National Guard, and I was a CBRN soldier or CBRN specialist. CBRN as in chemical, biological, radionuclear. That I was aware of some. It was more so military related and weapons of mass destruction and hazardous materials. And I understand that a lot of the systems in the government that people function in, it's very, how can I say it? Compartmentalized. So there's a lot of miscommunication about, like, the bigger picture, about, like, what's actually going on, which is probably why you guys don't have information that you should be prioritizing. It's kind of like, I've explained this to people before, it's kind of like a frog in boiling water. The frog just kind of gets used to what's going on, and then it's almost too late. But like I said, I was prior military. I'm not military anymore. But I've been kind of keeping up with this, as well as keeping up with the Children's Health Defense. That's the case that you guys just, or that's who the FCC just lost a case to. So it's been one of those things that's been on my radar for a long time, if that makes sense. And all of us use this technology, but nobody really looks at what's been happening with it, with humans or biological material. Like, it's actually a pretty big deal.
Okay. And Lacey, anything else I mean, anything else you have issues with that I need to be aware of right now? Because I am, as you could tell, I am noting everything.
Okay.
Okay? Just so we could get it to the specialist that needs to be reviewing this and needs to be reaching out.
So I would definitely note that there is actually no true consent given by the people on whether we should have 5G technology embedded in our infrastructure or not. And also note that this technology has not been studied properly, especially for long term. It's been shown that a lot of this technology, or like just, for instance, there are some studies with higher frequency like or bandwidths or cell phones, and then like a call being conducted on a cell phone next to like a group of cells or like biological material, and it showed basically that the cells were I don't want to say inactivated, but like inflamed almost. It wasn't conducive for growth of cellular growth. And we're all made up of cells, so I don't, like, it's so large scale, it's hard to really kind of simplify it without being like, oh, ding, this is kind of not a good thing. I'm not saying we should, like, deconstruct our entire technological grid, but we really need to look at it and deconstruct some parts of it. Because it's not about connection anymore, it's not about safety anymore, it's more so like, how do we keep funding the beast? Or how do we keep going?
Lacey, answer me a question. Are you willing to give me your street address?
Well, I'm gonna ask a question. Why do you guys need that information?
Well, it's simply if we need to send you some material, we can send. If it's not material that is viewable over the internet or it's a large amount, we may send it to you. That's all.
Okay. What?
It's
Okay.
totally up to you.
I just moved here, so I don't plan on staying here, so I don't, like, I'm gonna be moving in a couple months, so I don't really think that, I'd rather it just be sent over email, I guess, for right now.
Okay. I know when you and I had spoken like last November, you gave me an address in Washington State. That's
Yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can send it to that address. My relative lives there, so you can use that address. I'm in Florida now.
Okay.
And that's also over there in Washington. That's a residential address. Mine is residential, but I'm renting, so it's, I don't know, it's a complicated situation.
It's totally fine, okay?
Okay, thanks, Ruth.
I understand, and like I said, I will escalate this up.
Okay.
And then I'll attempt to get some information or someone in a higher level to respond, okay?
That would be great. And you can also note this, if they need somebody, or if the FCC, once they start getting their priorities correct, if they need somebody to, like, head a task force or something in that involvement, I would be happy to help. There is quite a bit of mapping out to do of, like, what needs to be taken care of. And there's some of that I'm aware of, but I don't have all of the, I don't have all of the resources for me to do that. I believe the FCC does.
All right, and see anything else? I've noted this information. Okay?
Okay. I know it's not your fault, Ruth. I'm just,
I know.
okay. I appreciate your cooperation.
I mean, you've always treated me with the utmost of respect. I've talked to you several times, and I'm just escalating this up. Okay?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be waiting for a call or any information as soon as you possibly can.
Okay. You have a good day.
You too, Ruth. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.